The hospitality, leisure and tourism workforce is diverse, with a range of careers and jobs available to anyone with the right attitude. From chefs to croupiers, housekeepers to office administration, plus a generous supply of management opportunities. Do you want to work in an industry where no 2 days are the same? There are plenty of opportunities for progression. You have the chance to travel the world. And you can meet new people every day. From eco-hotels to wellness escapes, pop-up hotels to luxury brands, this is an ambitious industry that continues to adapt and innovate. And it's growing. In less than 20 years' time, there will be almost 900,000 hotel rooms in the UK alone. Hotels are exciting places to work, with people usually visiting because they are on holiday or a business trip. Many functions offer 20-hour services to the guests, making them great for flexible work shifts. They also cover a broad range of activities. Some hotels have full-service restaurants, bars, laundry services, exhibition spaces and auditoriums, meaning that there are a huge variety of roles available at a hotel. In-house and on-the-job training is available. You may choose to do some vocational hospitality management training, which will help you progress into supervisory roles. Food service management companies are all around us. For example, grabbing a drink at your college coffee shop, having lunch in a staff restaurant, buying some refreshments at a concert or stadium, and you will be feeding your food service management habit. Careers in food service management can offer flexibility and diversity. Food service management teams create an unforgettable experience at top events and venues, ensuring every detail is perfect. There are opportunities to use your practical and personal skills in the kitchen or front of house. On-the-job training is available. It is possible to start without any experience and qualifications, and you can progress through the ranks with hard work and dedication.
Hi, I'm Chef Mark Ayres. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my role as an international personal chef. So, like all chefs, I started off at catering college, did my training at what was then Glasgow College of Food Technology. I came out of there and worked for the next 10 years in various restaurants and hotels across the country, from 3 Michelin star restaurants to country inns with rosettes, gastropubs, city centre bars, a whole host of places, which has given me the experience to set up on my own. I worked for lots of big name chefs and worked in lots of restaurants in the early part of my career. I then went into the family business. My family business was bars and restaurants in the hospitality sector. So I kind of went in there in a kind of head chef and then later kind of business partner role, worked in that for a number of years, and then we sold up in 2013. And here I was kind of left wondering what to do. I had worked to a point in the kitchens where I was kind of now in the head chef positions. I had worked for myself, I had learned what it was like to be my own boss. And there was a part of me when we sold up that thought, I don't really know if I want to go back to working for somebody else, being told kind of what to do. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? A good friend of mine at the time was a personal chef for a really well-known family. And he said to me, you really need to give personal chefing a go. It's a great way to make a living, it's a great way to live. So I took his advice and I kind of got in with a family, and I was their personal chef for 2 years. I did everything for them, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I took care of the other household staff. I threw events, we did canopy parties, we did dinner parties for 10 and 20 guests. We did banquets for 100 odd guests in some of the properties. So it was a real kind of mixture of kind of all parts of hospitality. The important bit for me for being a personal chef was that I served my time at college, I served my time in the industry, and I knew about hospitality. As a personal chef, I'm the only chef in the kitchen in most instances. I've got to be able to do everything. I've got to do the pastry, I've got to make the desserts, I've got to make the bread, I've got to do the butchery, I've got to do the fishmongery, I've got to see the food, the dish from start to finish. It is just me. I don't have a team to back me up. I don't have a pastry chef to hide behind and let them take care of dessert. I've got to do everything. So without my kind of start in the hospitality industry, without my grounding in college and working my way up through the ranks of various kitchen brigades, I wouldn't be able to do the job that I do now. Being a personal chef is great, it sounds very glamorous. I spend the year travelling all corners of the globe, maybe summers in Monaco and LA, and dealing with clients in New York and out to the Hamptons or down to Florida and the Caribbean. In the winters we could be up in the Highlands of Scotland on shooting estates, at clients' houses in London or Monaco or Milan. There's a great deal of travelling involved. We get kind of a taste of the finer things in life. If a client's maybe travelling from their house in London to their house in New York and they're taking a private jet, then I travel in the private jet with them. So it gives me a wonderful kind of experience in life. No 2 days are the same, but it all comes back to those kind of core skills. I know my way around the kitchen. I've learned the basics at college and restaurants, and that's allowed me to kind of run a kitchen, being the sole chef now. I can be doing an 8-course tasting menu for 25 guests on my own, just making sure that I've prepped everything properly the day before or the day of, and I can do it myself. But you really need that grounding to be able to run a kitchen, being the only person to this level. It does sound glamorous, private jets, Monaco, Milan, but at the end of the day it is hard work. I thought maybe when I left restaurant kitchens and doing 70, 80, 90 hours a week that becoming a personal chef and cooking for a household of 2 or 3 people, it was going to be easy. I was going to be doing a little bit of cooking during the day, I was going to have all these evenings and nights off, and it just doesn't work like that. Cooking for 2 people can be just as demanding as cooking for a full restaurant service. I'll still easily do 12-hour days, 14-hour days if we're travelling with a client. It's a lifestyle. It's not a job. It's not a 9 to 5. It's not something we'll just kind of come into. It's most definitely a lifestyle, but it's very rewarding. You get to see the world, you get to work with produce that you maybe normally couldn't use in a restaurant, wouldn't necessarily be cost effective to use in a restaurant. We use an abundance of products like caviar, truffles and wines that just would not necessarily be cost effective in a normal restaurant. So as a chef, it's really exciting to get to use these sorts of ingredients in such abundance. So that is just a little kind of insight into my life as an international private chef.
If you have a love of food and drink, plus a desire to learn more about it and share with others, then a career in restaurants is essential for you. Restaurants are busy and vibrant places to work. The shifts are often flexible, and you may be able to move from section to section to build up your skills and vary the type of work you do. There are many specialists and roles within the kitchen, depending on the type of cuisine and service. Front of house, the serving staff are the first to welcome guests with a friendly smile. Customer service is key, and serving staff must have a great product knowledge. In-house and on-the-job training is available. When starting out, there is usually a basic requirement to complete the level 2 food safety qualification and a health and safety course.
Hi, my name is Brian Turner and I am chairman of Future Chef and have been for the last 20 years, and what a wonderful competition this has been. However, today I'd like to tell you that I've been a chef in the cooking business for over 50 years, and let me tell you a little bit of how I started and what I've done, because I've had a wonderful career and enjoyed life working for so many years. It has been wonderful, I have to say. I started as a very little boy. My father had a transport cafe and I used to clean up in his transport cafe and then help make bacon sandwiches and sausage sandwiches. I enjoyed it tremendously. It was really great fun with my dad. I then did domestic science at school. Doing domestic science at school in those days was quite a rarity for boys, but I had good fun doing it and I learned such a lot from my domestic science teacher. Those were great classes. And from there, my father and my domestic science teacher convinced me that I should actually go to catering college in Leeds, which I did for 2 years and did a basic catering course, which taught me lots of things about the hospitality industry, not just cooking, but I decided I wanted to be a chef. So I left Leeds when I was just 16 years of age, came to live in London, where I went to work at the great Savoy Hotel, which had a wonderful reputation worldwide, was in those days one of the world's top hotels and best restaurants. And I learned so much and met so many wonderful people. I met a lot of people from Europe, which made me decide that after that I should actually go and have more experience in different cooking establishments. So I went to live in Switzerland, near Geneva, in Lausanne. I went to the Beau Rivage Palace, yet again another of the great hotels of the world. And there I had a wonderful time. I met some marvellous people and learnt so much. But I got a bit homesick and I came back to London. And I came to work at Claridge's Hotel. Once again, another great hotel. You notice how these are all big names and meant a lot in those days to get that experience behind you. From Claridge's, I went to the Capitol Hotel, which was a very small boutique hotel, and our kitchen there won a Michelin star in the very early days of Michelin stars in this country, and it was an amazing experience, but led me to believe that I wanted to do other things. I wanted to run my own business. So I opened up my restaurant in Walton Street in Chelsea, and I ran that for over 10 years. In fact, I ran it for nearly 15 years altogether, and we had great times there, a great experience, did lots of things that I wanted to do. And then I decided to close that and do other things, which I'm in the middle of doing now. And so what I really wanted to tell you as far as that's concerned is that it's a wonderful industry to get employment because you get such varied experience. These are worldwide skills. You meet lovely people, you can learn foreign languages and see the cultures of so many countries just because you like cooking. So think about it seriously. A career in cooking is what it's all about. Good luck to you, and I hope to see you in the future.